The road to Hollow Creek was narrow, winding through trees that bent inward like clawed fingers. By the time the trees broke, Mark found himself in a valley that looked like a postcard from the 1950s. A diner with a neon sign buzzing "Eat," a pristine white gas station, and rows of houses with manicured lawns. But there was no sound, no birds, no wind, just the hum of his truck. Mark pulled into the gas station. An old man in blue overalls walked out. His name tag read Earl. "Fill her up?" Earl asked. His smile was too wide. It stretched the skin of his face so tight Mark thought it might tear. "Yeah, full tank." "You guys aren't on the map," Mark said, stretching his legs. "We like it quiet," Earl said. He didn't blink, not once. While the truck filled, Mark went to the diner. Inside, 12 people sat at the counter. They were all eating cherry pie, synchronized. Fork up, chew, swallow. Fork up, chew, swallow. When the door chimed, they all stopped. 12 heads snapped toward him simultaneously. "Coffee?" the waitress asked. Her uniform was spotless, but her eyes were clouded like milk poured into water. "Just to go," Mark stammered. The air in the diner was freezing, yet sweat poured down his back. He grabbed the cup and hurried back to the truck. He wanted to leave, now. "That'll be $5, Earl said at the pump. Mark handed him a 20. "Keep the change." "You can't leave yet, son," Earl said, his voice dropping an octave. "The sun is setting." Mark looked west. The sun was indeed dipping below the jagged mountain line. So the siren sings at sundown, and we all have to listen. Mark jumped into the cab, locked the doors, and turned the key. The engine sputtered, dead. Come on, Mark screamed, hitting the dashboard. Outside, the atmosphere changed. The pristine white paint of the gas station began to peel and rot in seconds. The neon sign flickered and died. The people in the diner walked out. They weren't people anymore. Their skin was gray, their jaws unhinged, hanging loosely against their chests. Then the siren began. It wasn't a mechanical air raid siren, it was a human sound, a collective, agonizing shriek coming from the coal mine shaft at the edge of town, a sound of thousands of voices screaming in unison. Mark watched in horror as Earl fell to his knees. Earl began to claw at his own face, tearing off the smiling mask to reveal charred black bone underneath. The mine fire, Mark remembered reading about it. A coal seam fire in 1954 that killed an entire town. They were never found. The screaming from the mine got louder. The ground shook. Shadowy figures made of smoke and ash crawled out of the mine shaft. They moved like spiders, jerky and fast. They swarmed the truck. Mark could hear their whispers through the glass. "Burn with us. Burn with us." Mark closed his eyes and prayed. He turned the key one last time. The engine roared to life. He slammed the accelerator, crushing the gas pump hose. The truck barreled through the rot of the town. He didn't look back at the ash creatures clawing at his tires. He didn't look back at Earl, who was now just a burning skeleton pointing a finger at him.
The story ends here, but the fear remains. If you want to survive the night, hit that subscribe button. And remember, don't look under your bed tonight.